Test 1 2. Yeah, it doesn't need to be this loud. Test 1 2 1 2 3. Hello, Doc. 1 2 1 2 3. There we go. That's good. Te- Mic check. Test 1 2 1 2 3. Turn this one up just a whisker. Test 1 2 1 2 3. There you go. Like a Logan whisker. Yeah. Because when they read notes, they don't hold it close to the mouth like I do. So. Perfect. That'll work. No job. Too big, too small.
This thing makes me nervous. Like you guys are gonna step off. There's not much room up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have necessarily needed it. Just a ledge whisper. It's nice. Looks nice. Yeah. So I was going to tell you too, Driscoll is here this afternoon. Yep. He lives with you. Slotty, right?
Shoddy.
Shoddy.
Yes, sir.
First name.
Close enough. Hadley.
Hadley Shoddy.
Yes, sir.
Just slaughter it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll try my damnedest.
I respond to anything.
SCHOTTE.
Yes, sir.
Where you call home, Hadley?
Herkimer, Kansas.
Pardon me?
Herkimer?
Herkimer?
Yep. Herkimer. Kansas.
Kansas.
Yep.
And you are the American.
Michael, did you bring batteries for the clock?
Huh?
Oh, it's almost right.
Well, yeah. Well, they didn't reset it when it went off the other time.
Gotta set it an hour.
Yeah, they didn't have a ladder here to reset the clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
That's a clock.
Huh?
That's a clock.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, isn't it?
Well, it kind of says.
8:55.
Right
It's
on the
almost
money.
like halfway there.
Yeah, the hand's just off a little bit. You got to tilt your head, and that's just right.
Hey, when you're walking around out there, try not to stand directly underneath the speaker when you're talking so they don't get your feedback.
Okay. No, I'll just, tell the judges.
Oh, you're not the judge?
No, I just got to walk around and around.
Ah, there you go.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Driving. Morning. All right, my kid's asleep in the car, so
I've got 2 or 3 of them. I run some off when I got home, so I've got plenty of them. You need a couple more?
Our announcer ready? You ready, Terry?
Oh, you betcha. You're waiting on me, you're wasting your time now.
Okay. I got class 1 coming in.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Charolais show at the 79th Annual Watertown Winter Farm Show. We'll start off with our females, Class 1 females. First one into the ring. This heifer was born April 2nd of 23. Be exhibited by Caulfield Sisters Livestock. The next heifer will be a March 27th. Be exhibited by Logan Whisker. Lot 16, also a March 27th heifer, exhibited by Brooks Van Dyke. And our final entry, Class 1 females, Lot 15, a February 23rd of 23, exhibited by Vedvi Charolais Ranch. Should be 4 heifers in this class. Combination of everybody. Okay. 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 Our judges today, we have a couple of jackrabbits serving as our judges for today's shows. Please welcome our judges, Hunter Miller. Hunter, if you'd raise your hand. And Logan Schleim, right? Schlim. Thank you, Logan. Hunter and Logan began their collegiate judging experience at Butler Community College in El Dorado, Kansas, where they were members of a highly competitive team. The pair recently wrapped up their collegiate judging experience as members of the 22-23 judging team at South Dakota State University. Logan Schlim comes to us from Carthage, South Dakota, where he plays an active role with his family's cow-calf and row crop operation. Logan grew up exhibiting cattle and traveling across the region, participating in numerous 4-H, FFA, and junior livestock judging events. Hunter originates from Esteline, South Dakota, where he is actively expanding their Southdown sheep flock, as well as assisting with the operations of Miller Angus Farm. His family is no stranger to the farm show, as the Watertown Winter Farm Show recently recognized his grandpa Don, as they have been attending and exhibiting at the Watertown Farm Show for decades. This past year, the Miller family was recognized for their 100 years contribution to the Angus breed and beef cattle industry for well over a century. As I look over on the east row of bleachers, I see Grandpa Don sitting over here on the bleachers, so I'm sure he'll tomorrow tell his grandson what he did right or wrong. Good to see you here, Don. Also here representing the American Charolais Association is Hadley Shoddy from Hermir, Kansas. light's on, it's off.
Well, good morning, guys, and on behalf of Logan and myself, it's a pleasure to get up here and sort through things today. We've been coached similar for 4 years now, and should see pretty eye to eye, and I'm sure we won't have no problems getting through today's shows. And I think to lead things off, I think we have one that probably comes out here and does it pretty handily for us, just in terms of rib and body and power. I think a heifer that certainly has plenty of substance. And I think with that one that still reads right in terms of her angles. I like her spine collection and the balanced look she gives from the side. I think an awfully nice one to start. I think from there is where our discussion starts to come, and I think the heifer we end up landing in second, just in terms of angularity, smoothness, and extra look, especially up front, where she kind of excels. Maybe just doesn't come with quite the same amount of width and just total substance as the one ahead of her. The heifer here in third certainly has an advantage in terms of power. Heifer that has extra performance, a little more frame size, like her foot size and bone. I guess maybe just doesn't come as neat in terms of her front end and shoulder assembly for us. The one here in fourth, one we certainly like in terms of her smoothness up front, one that's certainly thin and refined in terms of her neck and head. I think one that certainly comes with the right kind of length and angularity when set into motion. I think just one that certainly just gives up in terms of power and performance is where she ultimately will stay there in fourth. But a nice set. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
So winning that class is lot number 18 from Caulfield Sisters Livestock at Bradley. Second place, lot number 16 from Van Dyke Charolais. Third place, lot number 15 from Vedvi Charolais Ranch. And in fourth place, lot number 17 from Logan Whisker of Elkton. It looks like that concludes our heifer deal. So now we're going to have the Did we just pick the champion? So your champion heifer, your grand champion heifer will be lot 18. And the reserve champion will be lot number 16. Now we'll have class 2 bulls. 2 entries in this class. Lots number 14. It'd be an April 8th calf. From Brooks Van Dyke. And lot 13 will be an April 2nd calf. From Paisley Carlson of Canton. You could maybe give that one just a little bit.
What do you have?
I'm on 1. Congratulations, kiddo.
You were running the gate all day.
2's the one on that side, right? 2's the one on that side.
Yeah.
Okay, we got you. Thank you. Once again, the bull on the far end was an April 8th calf of 23. Lot 14, lot 13, and April 2nd of 23. Just 6 days separate the age of these 2 young bulls. Kim, don't be getting into beer already. These are April bulls. There are several sale catalogs scattered around the show ring. If you would turn to page 2 in your catalog, you'll see that our show and sale managers, Al and Deb Vedve, and Scott and Kim Hansen, are two of the individuals that are the 79th Annual Watertown Winter Farm Show are dedicated to.
Well, an excellent class to start off our bull show here today. One that leads off the class. Certainly tremendous in terms of his look from the side. Offers a neat look up through his front end. Works back into a bold and soft body type and still reads incredibly functional when you get him on the go. Get in behind him, he still packs a punch in terms of muscularity and power. Really great one to start off. From there, another bull that comes out here, he offers a shot more performance. Really appreciate how he ties his neck so high out of the top side of his shoulder. How he sets down on a massive set of foot and bone. Fortunately, he just comes a little bit tighter in terms of his heart and forerib. Doesn't quite offer as neat of a look from the side, but an excellent bull to go second.
So winning that class is lot 13. Lot 13 comes to us from Paisley Carlson from Canton. And in second place, lot 14 from Brooks Van Dyke. Our next class is Class 3 on the bulls. These are March bulls. 2 weeks separate the age of these bulls. Our first bull into the show ring is lot 12 from Vedve Charolais Ranch. It'll be a March 14th, the youngest calf in the class. Second bull in from Keppen Charolais is a March 5th calf of 23. Lot number 11. Lot number 10 is a March 2nd bull from Van Dyke Charolais. The fourth bull to enter the ring is lot 9, a March 1st calf from Keppen Charolais Ranch. In the final bull in, lot 8, a March 1st calf from Greg Keppen at Volga. That concludes our classes. Our class, lot 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8. The youngest one on the far end. The oldest two March 1st calves on this end. Also this year, they were giving like $6,000 of Supreme Row money to the winners. This year they have upped it to $9,000. Our Supreme Roll sponsors are American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement in Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Interstate Bank, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Kibble Equipment, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Veterinary Service, Plains Commerce Bank, Relia Bank, Titan Machinery, Touchstone Energy Cooperative with your co-ops in Cottick and Clark, HD Electric, Whetstone Valley, and also Lake Region Electric. And a new one on board are the Tri-State Livestock News and Farmer Rancher Exchange. Thank you very much to you Supreme Roll sponsors. How that money will be divided is $2,000 each to the Supreme Roll Grand Champion Bull, both to the buyer and consignor. Supreme Champion Female will be $1,500 each to both the buyer and the consignor. Any Reserve Champion Bulls and Females will be $500 each to the buyer and consignor. So thank you very much, Supreme Roll sponsors. I've got a couple extra show orders if somebody wants one.
Another good set of bulls here in our second class, and I think this class probably brings more variety of anything we've seen so far. And I think as buyers, that's kind of where you can decide, pick and choose where your preferences are and what you need. I think for us, there's probably a pair of them that come up, and at the same time, they're both very different. I guess just for us, the one that we're going to lead off with is the one right in front of me here. I think just in terms of power and width, that bull excels certainly. Just in terms of his rib cage and center body, I think you get in behind him, and that's a big top, big hip bull that comes with plenty of power. I like his rugged look, and still think a nice bull to start. I think bull in second is kind of our smoother, better built option. I think one that comes with more extension. I think he's certainly looser in terms of his hip and hind leg. I think, again, just getting nitpicky, I don't think he comes quite as opened up in terms of his forerib or the same power, but one we certainly like just in terms of his length and angularity. I think we got a bull coming here in third, certainly a big outline bull. I like his foot size and bone. I think he certainly comes with added length and extension. For me, we just like to soften him up in terms of his forerib and center body, but another nice bull that can certainly add some length and growth. I think then we come to a bull you like just in terms of his ruggedness look. I think he certainly comes with the right kind of power up high, just where we get a little more nitpicky. Just like to soften him up in terms of his angles and center body. Kind of same story for the next one. I love this one in terms of his shape up high when you get on top of him. I think a long spine bull that certainly becomes level. Again, just need to loosen him up in terms of his structure and lower body, but a nice set of bulls. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
So winning that class is lot number 8 from Greg Keppen. In second place is lot 10 from Brooks Van Dyke. Third place, lot 11 from Keppen Charolais. Fourth place, lot 9 from Keppen Charolais. And in fifth place, lot 12 from Vedvi Charolais Ranch. Once again, in that class, lot number 8 was first, lot number 10 was second, lot number 11 was third, lot number 9 was fourth, and lot number 12 was fifth. Our next class is class 4 bulls. There are 4 entries in that class. Lot 7 is a February 26th, 23 bull from Greg Keppen. Lot 6, a February 25th from Greg Keppen. Lot 3, February 6th from J&M. And Lot 2, also a February 6th from J&M. These are all February bulls into the ring now. Once again, our judges are Logan Shim and Hunter Miller. Logan is from Carthage. hunters from Esteline. Also want to thank Hadley Shoddy from Hermere, Kansas, up here with the American Charolais Association. Thank you, Hadley. You can visit with old Hadley. He'll tell you that quality of cattle in northeast South Dakota is as good as anywhere in the nation, ladies and gentlemen. And he'll know because he goes to them all.
Well, certainly another great class of bulls here in the Charolais show. There's two of them that kind of sorted up for us. Personally, we just kind of decided to go with the one that was a shot more complete in terms of his look from the side. Sets up real nice in the profile, is more flexible in terms of his lower joints. Doesn't come with near as much power, but still a bull that I think comes with plenty of muscle shape and masculinity. Bull coming out in second here, one that we really like from a ruggedness standpoint, extremely rugged and rugged and masculine about the shape of his head and crest. Works back long in terms of his spine. Certainly comes with plenty of shape in terms of his muscle pattern over the top side of his skeleton, and works back into a huge hip. Fortunately, sent him on the move. He just doesn't come near as complete in terms of his build. Gets a little bit off behind his shoulder and a little bit harder in terms of his heart. From there, another bull that comes out who's incredibly rugged in his look, chock full of power, masculinity. One that we get on the move, just weren't a huge fan of just how he sets down in terms of his hind leg and pastern. And then the bull that comes out in fourth, another real long-bodied, rugged made one. Just didn't come with near as much body and power, so we left him in fourth. Thank you.
So winning that class is lot number 6 from Keppen Charolais. Second place, lot number 7 from Keppen Charolais. Third place, lot 2 from J&M Charolais of Lake Preston. And fourth place, lot 3 from J&M Charolais of Lake Preston. We've got a fall bull coming in now. This will be class 5, be a 10, 16, 22. Lot number 1. Charolais bull exhibited by, I was going to say Paisley Carlson, but that doesn't look like Paisley. Paisley's the owner. That's Paisley.
Paisley's back here.
I understand that's Paisley's fiance. At least you got him working. The Charolais sale will start promptly at 12:30. Will be followed by the Maine-Anjou and then the Shorthorn. If you're interested in getting bid numbers, those numbers will be for all three sales. You may pick them up at the chamber booth.
Correct. Yep, after.
Pick them up at the chamber booth.
Just a single entry here, but I think a nice one to come out here. I think one that you really like just in terms of his masculinity. I think a big rugged bull that's certainly good in terms of his topside power. Got plenty of power through his hip as well. And I think with that, still reads right in terms of his angles. I like his neck attachment and look from the side. I think an awfully nice single entry. Congratulations to them.
So that bull is exhibited by, or owned and exhibited by Paisley Carlson. Next one in the ring will be lot number 19. Lot 19 will be a May 7th of 22.
It was a late entry, so it's not in the catalog.
This one is not in your catalog. This bull is exhibited by Taylor Harriman from Parker, South Dakota. It was calved May 7th of 2022.
Sire Dam.
Had a 75-pound actual birth weight. Its sire is Ducks High Society. Then of a Holt Miss Willow Dam.
I'll go see if they have any different. This is just the entry fee. Supposedly they gave it to us before deadline. I never seen it.
Certainly another excellent single entry that we have out here in our bull division. I love how masculine and rugged he is in terms of his head shape and over the top side of his neck. Love how much shape he has in terms of his muscle pattern over the top side of his rib cage. Now he still comes so powerful back into his hip. Great in terms of his foot size and bone. Let's give her a good round of applause.
My old buddy, old Hadley Shotty, just steps up and says, Terry, I think you can pick the winner of this class. Yeah. Thank you, Hadley, old boy. Back into the ring now for our champion bull. We need lots number 13. Young lady, if you would stay in. Lot number 13. Lot number 8. Lot number 6. Lot 1 and lot 19. This is the drive for your grand champion bull. Once again, on the far end, we have an April 2nd calf. The next one is a March 1st calf. The third bull in line will be a February 25th calf of 23. The fourth one in line will be an October 16th of 2022 birth date. And the entry directly in front of the announcer's booth is a May 7th of 22. The exhibitors in this drive are Brooks Van Dyke, Paisley Carlson with 2 entries, Greg Keppen with 2, and Taylor Harriman with 1. This is for your grand champion bull. The bull that they select will be eligible for Supreme Roll with $2,000 both to buyer and seller. I'll run through your list of Supreme Roll contributors. They are listed on page 7. They are Farm Tri-State Livestock News and Farmer Ranch Exchange, Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Titan Machinery, Relia Bank, Plains Commerce Bank, Midwest Veterinary Service, Meyer Insurance, American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement and Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Interstate Bank, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, and Kibble Equipment.
I think a great set of bulls here in our Charolais Drive, and I think certainly some different kinds that can certainly fit whatever you're needing, and maybe even some that are still in the back of the barn. I think we've had enough kinds and different pieces come through that there's certainly something here, whatever it be that you're looking for. I'm not going to go through and talk them again in class. I think they all rose and we talk them good then, and I think certainly the top end Rosen is out here for us personally. I think with that being said, congratulations to these exhibitors. We'll go show you the 2 we like.
So your grand champion Charolais bull is lot number 1, consigned by Paisley Carlson. Your reserve champion bull is lot number 6 from Greg Keppen. Lot 1 is an October 16th of 2022 calf. And your reserve champion, lot number 6, is a February 25th calf from Greg Keppen. Congratulations, participants. That concludes our Charolais show this morning. Let's have a round of applause for Al and Deb Vedve, and Scott and Kim Jensen, our sale managers. Also, thank you to Logan Shim and Hunter Miller, our judges. So again, sale will start at 12:30. Once again, you can register for bid numbers at the chamber booth, and also immediately before the sale. When we sell the Charolais, the Maine-Anjou will precede the Charolais. We'll keep right on going, so I don't think there'll be a break in this afternoon. So get your numbers. It'll be good for all three sales. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome back to the Watertown Winter Farm Show and the start of the Maine-Anjou sale. I want to welcome you all here to today. Another beautiful day outside, at least here for a little bit yet this morning. We're going to roll right into the main show. This is class number 1. There are 2 entries in this class. On the far end, that is lot number 10. She's consigned by Caulfield Sisters Livestock. She's a May 1st of 2023. Second heifer in, closer to the auction block, is lot number 9. She is consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. She's an April 7th, 2023. May 1st and an April 7th in this spring 23 heifer class. I want to welcome our judges here this morning. It's a pleasure to have Hunter Miller and Logan Schlim working teamed up here to help with the judging this morning. Both Hunter and Logan began their collegiate judging careers at Butler Community College in Kansas, and then recently wrapped up their collegiate experience as members of the 2022-23 judging team at South Dakota State. Logan is from Carthage, South Dakota, plays an active role in his family's cow-calf and row crop operation, grew up exhibiting cattle and traveling across the region, participating in numerous 4-H, FFA, and junior livestock judging events. Hunter originates from Esteline, South Dakota, where he is actively expanding his Southdown sheep flock as well as assisting with the operations of Miller Angus Farm. Family certainly no stranger to the farm show, as the Watertown Winter Farm Show recently recognized Grandpa Don, as they've been attending and exhibiting at the farm show for decades. The Miller family was recognized for their 100 years of contribution to the Angus breed and beef cattle industry for well over a century. So certainly glad to have Hunter and Logan here with us this morning.
Well, certainly a nice pair of cattle to start off the main show here today. Two tremendous calves that come out of our spring division. One that, as a committee, we kind of decided to run away with is in terms of her look up front. She's tremendous about her neck set, incredibly refined and feminine about her head shape and over the top side of her neck. Tremendous in terms of her foot size and bone. Very good entry for that young exhibitor. And then coming into the heifer that comes in second here, one that's a touch smoother over her shoulder, comes with a shot more power out through her hip. Just doesn't quite settle in near as neat in terms of her build as she gets on the go, but certainly a great entry for that man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. First place goes to lot number 10, consigned by Caulfield Sisters Livestock, and second place to lot number 9, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. Our final class of Maine-Anjou females is entering the ring at this time. First in is lot number 5. She's a May 5th, 2022 female, consigned by Lindsay Wallace. And the second heifer in the ring is lot 4, a March 2022 female, consigned by Duxbury Cattle Company.
another pair of extra presented heifers. I can commend them, the exhibitors on that. I think the one that we start off with, certainly a bigger outline female. I love that one's foot and bone, and especially the fact that she still works with so much flexibility and comfort. And I still think you get from the side here, I think compared to the one in second, I certainly like just her neater neck set and extra extension up front. Certainly got plenty of rib and body. I think an ultra complete one to start. Nothing taken away from the one here in second. I like that one's extra length, one that certainly reads flexible about her hip and hind leg. I think it's just when we get comparative, we maybe just doesn't come as neat quite up through her front end, and then maybe not quite the same kind of depth and overall substance. I think a very nice pair, though. Congratulations.
Thank you. First place in second class of Maine-Anjou females goes to lot number 4. Lot 4 is consigned by Duxbury Cattle Company. Second place to lot number 5, consigned by Lindsay Wallace. This time we'll be selecting overall champion and reserve grand champion Maine-Anjou female. First in, down there on the far end of the ring, is lot number 4. Second in the ring is the winner of the first class of females. That's lot 10. And our second place heifers in that class are here in contention as well.
Well, certainly an excellent set of heifers here in our main drive. Not going to go through and talk them too terribly long, just for the simple fact that we went through and did that already in class. But there's certainly all sorts of different kinds out here. There's plenty of them that we all thought come with a lot of power and substance. With that, we'll go ahead and select your champion in reserve.
And your grand champion Maine-Anjou heifer this year is lot number 4. Lot 4 is Bloom Real Deal, consigned by Duxbury Cattle Company. And your reserve female goes to the second place heifer in that class, lot number 5. Lot 5, consigned by Lindsay Wallace. Congratulations. While we're waiting for the bull show to begin, just a reminder that the Maine-Anjou sale is scheduled to start immediately following the conclusion of the Charolais sale. There'll be very little break in between, so certainly encourage you, if you have interest in the Maine sale, to have your number prior to the start of the auction. Bid numbers are available over here in the hallway at the chamber booth at any time here this morning. And then just prior to sale time, they do move the registration desk in here to the sale ring. You can get a number right there before the start of the auction. So certainly encourage everybody to get a number well in advance of the any of the sales today. Your number is good all day for any sale, so get one early and you're set for the day. And we are into the bull show here in the main show. This is class number 3, 2 bulls in this class. First in the ring is lot 1, consigned by Lindsay Wallace with an April 3rd, 2023. And the second bull in the ring is lot number 2, and April 6th, 2023, also consigned by Lindsay Wallace. 2 April 2023 bulls.
Just a pair of them here in the bull calf division, but I think an awfully nice pair. I think the bull that's going to lead out is the young lady up front. I think just in terms of skeletal width, true power, and shape, certainly excels the bull in second. I think you get in behind him, that's certainly the bigger hip bull. I still like his look from the side, like his foot size and feature underneath him. I think a nice complete one to start. The bull here in second certainly comes with an extra shot of length. I like that about him. He's still level in terms of his spine. I like his extra frame size and growth. Again, just get in behind him, and I'm not sure he just comes or matches the same kind of width and power as the one that starts. But again, another one you like just in terms of his length and levelness. A nice pair of bulls. Congratulations.
Thank you. First place goes to lot number 1, consigned by Lindsay Wallace. And second place is lot 2, also consigned by Lindsay Wallace. And our final class of bulls here this morning in the main show is this is class 4 with lot 3X, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company.
Well, another excellent single entry here in the main division. The young ladies bull is incredibly rugged about his look up front, ties his neck high to the top side of his shoulder, works back long in terms of his spine, still reads incredibly correct and comfortable on the go, still being chock full of power. An excellent exhibit for the young lady. Congratulations.
And first place in Class 4 goes to lot number 3X, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. This time we'll bring back the class winner from the calf class for selection of Champion Maine Bull here this morning. Keep in mind that the champion Maine Bull as well as the Champion Maine Female will be competing on Supreme Row. And the eventual Supreme Row champions, there is a $9,000 total purse on Supreme Row this year. So the overall Supreme Champion Bull will receive a $2,000 cash award, both to the consigner as well as the buyer. So each buyer and seller each get a $2,000 cash award for the eventual Supreme Champion Bull. The eventual Supreme Champion Female, both the buyer and the seller receive a $1,500 cash award. And the reserves, respectively, in the Supreme Row competition, each receive a $500 cash award, respectively. So a $9,000 total purse. I'll read off those sponsors for that. All that cash money is put up by the following: American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement and Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Interstate Bank, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Kibble Equipment, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Veterinary Service, Plains Commerce Bank, Relia Bank, Titan Machinery, and your Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, as well as Tri-State Livestock News and Farmer Rancher Exchange. So certainly thank all those that put forth the funds for the $9,000 Supreme Row purse. I want to thank and let's put our hands together for our judges this morning. They didn't have a lot of work here in the main show, but they had a lot of quality to work with, I feel. So let's give Hunter Miller and Logan Schlim a nice round of applause and thank them for taking time out of their day to be with us here this morning. Hunter, it's all yours.
Well, we get out here in our main drive, and I know numbers were low, but I think all three bring forth pieces that are certainly usable depending on what you need. And I think honestly comes down between these two bulls out here, and I'll just touch on them real quick. Again, the calf, one we really like just in terms of his body type. That one's soft about his lower body. I like his shape and spread up high. Still big out of his hip, and then still offers you a nice balanced look from the side. And then again, the 2-year-old that we just had roll through, certainly a bigger outline. I like his look up front. I think his neck set's really nice, balances really well. Maybe just not quite as loose and flexible right there on the top side of his hip, and I still wish we could just maybe soften him up in terms of his flank line, but I still think one that's really nice. I think with that being said, we'll go ahead and use the bull calf for champion. We'll go ahead and use the older bull for reserve. Congratulations.
Thank you. And your grand champion Maine Bull is lot number 1, WOLL Living Legend 310L, consigned by Lindsay Wallace. And your reserve champion bull goes to lot 3X. Lot 3X, your reserve champion Maine Bull, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. Congratulations. Won't be long, and we'll be right into the Shorthorn show this morning, so don't go too far. We'll be underway momentarily. Well, good morning. Welcome back to the 2024 Watertown Winter Farm Show, and we are underway with the Shorthorn Show. This is our first class of females. These are first in is lot number 31. She's a September 30th of 23, consigned by Bar N Cattle Company. And second in is lot number 30, she's a September 24th of 23. So a pair of young fall heifer calves here, both consigned by Bar N Cattle Company.
Well, great pair of heifers to start off our Shorthorn show here today. The young lady that comes out and wins class here, one that we have to appreciate for some added growth and performance, still offers some muscle, still flexible in terms of her build. And then the one that comes in second here, one that we like in terms of her upper rib cage, one that still comes back into a powerful hip and still reads flexible on the go. But let's put your hands together for an excellent set of heifers to start off the show.
Thank you, Logan. First place in the fall heifer calf class goes to lot number 31, consigned by Bar N Cattle Company. And second place goes to lot number 30, also consigned by Bar N Cattle. This is the April heifer class. There are 5 head in this class. First in is lot 27, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. Second heifer in is lot number 26, consigned by Bar Lazy R Cattle Company. Third heifer in is lot 24, consigned by Swede Lake Cattle Company. Fourth heifer in is lot number 23, consigned by Brianna Dury. And the fifth heifer in the ring is lot number 22, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. These heifers range in age from April 8th, 23 up to, they are all Aprils of 23. Also, don't forget the South Dakota Shorthorn Junior and Shorthorn Association, as well as the juniors, have a silent auction going on over there in the northwest corner of the building, kind of behind the internet bidding table over there. So certainly feel free to check out those items. Anybody can participate in that. And I know the South Dakota Shorthorn Association appreciates your help very much on that fundraiser silent auction back there in the northwest corner. Those items will wrap up and close at the tail end of the sale this afternoon, so you've got plenty of time, but don't forget about hopping in on that silent auction.
Well, a good set of Shorthorn heifers, and obviously we got some differences here in maturity and where they're at, and just in terms of their growth pattern. I still think, with that being said, there's probably one that just surfaced as the most complete, be the heifer up here. And I know she ain't cooperating, but I still think a heifer that's extremely good just in terms of her angles and comfort in motion. I still like the fact that she's still so smooth about her shoulder, good to the top side of her neck, and attractive up front. Still opens up with the right kind of rib cage and center body shape. I think it's just an awfully nice, complete one to start. The one here in second, here's the power heifer. Get in behind that one. That one's certainly the most opened up. I like the top, how much power she's got to the top side of her skeleton. Big about her hip. I love her foot size and just natural bone. Maybe just get a little more critical just in terms of how loose she is, or how comes a little bit tighter in terms of her hip and hind leg, but still an awfully nice heifer to go second. Then we got the next three here. Obviously, all three of them kind of fall behind just a little bit more in terms of maturity. I still really like the one here in third, just for how youthful she is. I like that one's front end assembly and the way she's so feminine up front, and I like the fact that she's still long and level in terms of her spine. Again, probably just gives up in terms of some overall total mass and substance. I do think she reads more angular than the one here coming in fourth. That's kind of the bigger outline female. You like her in terms of her added length. Probably just doesn't come as opened up. Like to maybe fix her just in terms of her front shoulder. Then we round out the class with the white heifer here. One you like just in terms of her flexibility in motion. Still comes with the right kind of length, but again, probably just gives up a little more in terms of overall width and substance. But a nice set. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hunter. First place in class number 2, the April heifer calf class. First place goes to lot 27, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. Second place to lot number 22, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. Third place goes to lot 23, consigned by Brianna Dury. Fourth place goes to lot 24, consigned by Swede Lake Cattle Company. And rounding out the class in fifth is lot 26, consigned by Bar Lazy R Cattle. At this time, this is Class 3 in the purebred heifer division. This Class 3, these are all marches. First in the ring is lot number 19 on the far end there, consigned by Swede Lake Cattle Company. Second heifer in is lot number 16. Lot 16, consigned by Wildwood Farm. And the third heifer in is lot number 15, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm. And again, these are all marches of 2023 heifer calves in the purebred show. While the guys are deliberating this class, to take the opportunity to recognize a few more sponsors. The wood chip sponsor is that's provided by Glacial Lakes Vet Clinic as well as Pioneer. And then the video auction service there with liveauction.tv, that service is sponsored by 2nd Street Station, BZ Welding, Elite Drain and Sewer Cleaning, Feber Vans Implement Incorporated, Max Steel, Robertson Crop Insurance, and Spot On Printing. So thank all those businesses for their support here at the Farm Show. Go ahead, Logan.
Another nice class of heifers here at the Shorthorn Show. One that we thought rose pretty easily just in terms of being complete and functional in her kind. She's long and loose about her spine, flexible in terms of her lower joints, and refined about her look up front. Excellent entry for that lady there. Coming in second, the other larger framed heifer, one that we just appreciated in terms of size and growth, some added performance, and a little bit later maturing package while still being refined in terms of her head shape. Maybe just gets a shot bigger about her shoulder. The one rounding out the class, one that we really like in terms of the turn to her upper rib and stout in terms of her pin set and bone work. Just unfortunate she needs to be a little bit more refined about her head shape, a little bit more refined over the top side of her neck, be a little bit higher performing, but an excellent class. Congratulations.
And first place in the March heifer calf class, first place goes to lot number 16, consigned by Wildwood Farm. Second place to lot number 19, consigned by Swede Lake Cattle Company. And third place to lot number 15, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm. At this time, we've got, there's two head in this class. This is the January-February class. First in the ring is lot number 13, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. And he's followed by the second heifer in the ring. There's lot number 12, consigned by Ryan Jensen. The all-white heifer there on the far end is January 9th of 23, and the roan female is a February 15th of 23. January 9th, February 15th.
Look, another awfully nice one to start this class, and certainly a heifer that really grabs your attention just from the side. I like that one in terms of her neck set and refinement up front. Certainly an extended made female, and I still think from there drops back with the right kind of depth to her lower rib cage. Still reads attractive in terms of her hip and hind leg. I think just an ultra complete one to start. Then we work back to the white one here. I still think from behind, one that still comes with plenty of width, still bold and turn to her rib cage. Maybe just compared to the next one, maybe gives up just a little bit in terms of foot size and overall look up through her front end. But another nice pair of heifers. Congratulations.
Thank you. And first place in the January-February heifer class. First place goes to lot 13, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. Second place to lot number 12, consigned by Ryan Jensen. This time we'll have our final class in the purebred portion of the Shorthorn show. This will be the bred heifer class. There will be 2 females in this class. We'll have lot 11 from Fickbaum Farms, and we will have lot 9 from Matthew Van Lith. At the conclusion of this class, we'll bring back the previous class winners for selection of overall champion purebred Shorthorn female. Once that is complete, we will move into the Shorthorn Plus heifer show, followed by the purebred bull show, and round out the day with the steer class.
Well, certainly another nice class of Shorthorn heifers to fill out our last class here. The lady up there will be first. Another one that we really like in terms of her femininity, about her look up front, how she works back so bold and soft about her center body. Still reads incredibly flexible on the go and still offers a shot more foot size and bone. The young man that comes into second, another one that we really like in terms of a fleshing ability. Certainly an easy keeping one. Still offers a very functional in terms of her hip and hind leg. Just gives up a little bit of look and presence, and just gives up a shot of bone size as well. So we'll leave him in second. Thank you. Congratulations.
First place in the bred heifer class goes to lot number 11, consigned by Fickbaum Farms, and second place to lot 9, consigned by Matthew Van Lith. All right, at this time, we're bringing back all the class winners for selection of Grand Champion Purebred Shorthorn Female here this morning. The first heifer in, the winner of Class 1, is lot number 31, consigned by Bar End Cattle Company, with a September 30th of 23 female. Second heifer in the ring is lot 16. She's the winner of Class 3. Consigned by Wildwood Farms, followed third in there by lot 13, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. There's our winner of Class 2. Going to be moving into the second spot there. Winner of Class 2 is lot number 27, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. And then And rounding out the group is the bred heifer, the winner of class number 5, lot 11, consigned by Fickbaum Farms. Again, if you're just walking up, this is selection of overall champion purebred shorthorn female. Our judges this morning, they've been here all day. It's a pleasure to have Hunter Miller as well as Logan Schlimm. Both of them are recent members of the 22-23 livestock judging team at South Dakota State. Logan is from Carthage, South Dakota, who plays an active role in his family's cow-calf and row crop operation. He grew up exhibiting cattle and traveling across the region and participating in numerous 4-H, FFA, junior livestock judging events. Hunter Miller originates from Esteline, South Dakota, where he is actively expanding his South Down sheep flock as well as assisting with the operations of Miller Angus Farm. So certainly want to thank Logan and Hunter for their work here today, and let's give them a nice hand for taking time out of their day to be with us. Thank you, guys. A reminder also, if you're interested in, in the Shorthorn sale here this afternoon. The Shorthorn sale will start immediately following the conclusion of the Charolais sale. Will be very limited, if any, break in between. So if you are interested in Shorthorns, be ringside here just before the Charolais sale wraps up, because we will roll right into it. You can get a bidding number at any point here today in the big hallway between here and the exhibit hall, or just prior to the auction, they'll have the check-in desk here in the sale ring.
I think an awfully good drive of purebred females out here, and obviously we got some differences in size and everything. I think still the quality has risen out here and it's showing. I think for us, I'm not going to go back and talk each one individually. There's still probably just an ultra complete high quality one that we can land on pretty handily for us, and then for reserve, probably another one that just excels in terms of presence from the side and an extra shot of look. So I think with that being said, we'll go out and show you the two we like, but congratulations to these exhibitors.
All right, congratulations to lot number 27. Lot 27 is your champion purebred shorthorn female, and she is BECF OZ Royal Treasure 14L, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. Your reserve champion female is lot number 13, and lot 13 is DJC Lady Pride 302L, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. Let's give all of our purebred shorthorn exhibitors a nice hand. A great group of females this morning, and congratulations to the grand and reserve heifer. Moving into the Shorthorn Plus division, Shorthorn Plus female division. This is class number 6. These are the May Shorthorn Pluses. The first heifer in is lot number 29, consigned by Millvale Shorthorns. And the second heifer in the ring is lot 28, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. The far heifer is a May 2nd of 23. I'm sorry, I swapped that for you. The far heifer is May 25th of 23. The heifer closer to the auction block is May 2nd.
I think another nice pair of heifers, and I think the one that's going to start probably just hits you with a little bit more quality as she hits the gate. I think an ultra fresh presented heifer that's still awesome in terms of her angles. I like her body type, balances up really well, just a really complete female to start. The one we start here, or come here in second, one that's a little more later in terms of her maturity pattern. I like that one's added length and just comfort when going. Probably just gives up just too much in terms of substance and body today, but a nice pair. Congratulations.
And first place goes to lot number 28, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. And second place goes to lot 29, consigned by Millvale Shorthorns. This will be the April heifer class in the Shorthorn Plus show, 3 head in this group. First in is lot number 25. She's consigned by 3 Buck Cattle Company. Second female in the ring is lot 21. She's consigned by Lindy Farms. And the third heifer in the ring is lot 20, consigned by Clay, Aaron, and Vivian Osterday. These heifers range in age from April 5th through April 16th.
Certainly another great class of heifers here in your Shorthorn Plus division. One that we thought sorted up pretty handily just in terms of presence and look and balance while still being certainly powerful and flexible on the go. Very easy place to start. From there, the young lady's blonde calf that comes out. One that we really like in terms of length and extension. She's smooth over her shoulder, certainly comfortable on the go. Another excellent one for second. The Blue Roan heifer in third, one that we really like from a easy doing, easy fleshing standpoint, one that's a little bit more moderate in her kind, a little bit quicker in her maturity pattern, but certainly flexible and comfortable on the go. Congratulations.
And first place in Class 7, the April class of the Shorthorn Plus. First place goes to lot 25, lot number 20. Lot number 20, consigned by Clay, Aaron, and Vivian Osterday. Second place goes to lot 21, consigned by Lindy Farms. And third place to lot 25, consigned by 3 Buck Cattle Company. This is the March and February class. If you have a show order, were originally listed as 2 individual single entries, but have combined them. So this is class number 8. First in is lot 18, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. She's a March 30th of 23, and she is followed in the ring by lot 14, consigned by Craig Shorthorns, who is a February 20th of 23. February 20th, 23, and a March 30th.
I think another nice pair of heifers here, and I think the one that where we like to start, the solid red heifer, one that really excels just in terms of natural width, boldness of body, and an extra shot of power. I still think with that, one that still comes refined in terms of her neck, just a shot better in terms of the lower part of her chest, and still one that balances really well. I think a nice complete one to start. The one that will slide second here, one the bigger outline female, you like her in terms of her extra length and extension, probably comes with a shot more natural foot size and bone. Just when you get compared, maybe just doesn't come quite as opened up in terms of her forerib and upper hip, but a nice set of heifers. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hunter. First place in the February-March heifer class. First place goes to lot 14, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. And second place goes to lot 18, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. This is the final class in the Shorthorn Plus Heifer Show. Single entry in here with lot number 10. This is an April 2nd, 2022 bred heifer consigned by Osterman Shorthorns.
Well, certainly a nice entry here for our bred division. One that we really like in terms of being bold and dimensional about her center body, working back into a stout pin set, and certainly being functional in terms of her build. One that we really appreciate in terms of her easy doing, easy fleshing kind. Could maybe stand to see her just a little bit longer up through her front 1/3, but another one that we really like in terms of power and the basic cow function. Thank you. Congratulations.
And winning class number 10 is winning class 10 is lot 10, consigned by Osterman Shorthorns. This time we'll bring back the previous class winners for selection of champion and reserve Shorthorn Plus females. In the ring first, winning class 6, the May class, that's lot number 28, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. Second heifer in the ring, winning the April class, is lot 20. She's consigned by Clay, Aaron, and Vivian Osterday. Third heifer in the ring, winning the February-March heifer class, is lot number 14, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. And rounding out the group, winning class 10, the bred heifer class, is lot 10, consigned by Osterman Shorthorns. Also, don't forget the South Dakota Shorthorn Association and the South Dakota Junior Shorthorn Association have got a silent auction going on over in the northwest corner of the room here. So certainly at some point today, slip over there, put some bids on a few items, and support the association as well as the juniors. That silent auction will stay open all day and will close at the very end of the Shorthorn sale. And again, the Shorthorn sale will start immediately following the wrap-up of the Charolais sale, wrap-up of the Maine-Anjou sale, Charolais will be first right at 12:30, roll directly into the mains, and then as soon as the main sale is done, then right into the Shorthorns. Your bid number is good all day for any sale. You can get registered for a bidding number in the hallway between the show ring and the main exhibit hall. Just a little bit before the start of the sale, they do move the registration and clerking in here to the sale ring, and you can get a number at that time. Your number is good all day. It's good all week. If you registered yesterday, you're still good as long as you've still got your number. And we look forward to seeing you back this afternoon for all the sales.
Let's put our hands together for a good drive of plus heifers, probably our deepest and highest quality drive all the way through that we've seen so far. I still think with that being said, there's probably still two of them that kind of come into discussion for us. I'll go ahead and just touch on them just real quick. The first one being the one out of the first class heifer we really like just in terms of her depth of body and rib cage or shape to her rib cage. I still think a heifer that's still neat in terms of her neck set, good in terms of her angles, still props up with a nice build. Every once in a while we can maybe lay her down in terms of her tailhead ever so slightly, still being pretty critical on a pretty nice heifer. And then the other heifer will be the red heifer out of class 3, and that's certainly the stouter option. Heifer that's got a tremendous turn to her rib cage. I love her pin width and upper hip, just how much power she comes from behind. Still good in terms of her lower joint work. I guess where we get just a little bit critical, maybe not quite as neat in terms of her neck sitting at the base of her shoulder, but I still think a really nice, powerful heifer. Still think it can go either way, kind of depending where you want to put your preferences, and then ultimately that's what you get to decide at the sale later today. But we'll go out and show you how we like them. Again, congratulations to these exhibitors.
Your grand champion Shorthorn Plus female is lot number 28, consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. And your reserve champion Shorthorn Plus female, the winner of class 9, that's lot 14, consigned by Craig Shorthorn Farms. Congratulations. We are ready with the bulls. This is the first class of Shorthorn bulls. There will be 4 head in this class. First in the ring is lot number 8, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Second bull in the ring is lot 7, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm. Third bull in the ring is lot 6, consigned by Fickbaum Farms. And fourth in the ring is lot 5, consigned by Matthew Van Lith. 4 bulls in this class, ranging in age from March 16th through March 22nd.
Well, certainly a nice class of bulls to start off our Shorthorn Bull Show with. One that offers certainly some different type and kind, but for us there was one that just kind of come together with a neater look in terms of extension up front, in terms of shape to the upper part of his rib cage and working back into a big hip while still being plenty flexible and offering plenty of substance in terms of foot and bone. Another one that comes out into second here, the dark red bull. One that we really like in terms of fleshability and in terms of body and power and functionality in terms of his build. Always just comes off just a little bit more, a little bit more ordinary in terms of his look up front, a little bit rounder out of his hip. From there, we decided to slot the roan bull into third. One that we really like in terms of look and presentation. He offers some length and extension. Certainly offers some, or certainly stays level out through his hip. One that we just like to see a little bit more relaxed in terms of the angle of his shoulder. From there, another one that we slot in fourth, the dark red bull that we really like in terms of his body shape. Certainly deep and soft in terms of his rib cage. Just gets overwhelmed in terms of mass and power in this set. Congratulations.
Thank you, Logan. First place in the March Purebred Bull class. First place goes to lot number 8, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Second place to lot number 5, consigned by Matthew Van Lith. Third place to lot 7, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm. And fourth place to lot number 6, consigned by Fickbaum Farms. While we're waiting for our next class, I'd like to introduce and recognize. She was in your earlier showing, but it's a pleasure to have Brianna Dury in the ring with us. Brianna serves as a 2023-2024 South Dakota Shorthorn Lassie Queen. She has represented South Dakota at Oklahoma City at the Cattlemen's Congress, Denver at the National Western, and a handful of other places. Done a great job representing South Dakota and the South Dakota Shorthorn breeders. So Brianna, wave your hand, and let's give Brianna a nice welcome here today. We have a single entry in the February Bull class. This is lot number 4, consigned by Ryan Jensen. He's of February 14th, 2023.
Just a single entry and one that doesn't want to cooperate at that, but I still think a bull that you really got to admire just in terms of his ruggedness up front. I think that's a big top, good shape bull. It's powerful out through his hip, can certainly inject added power if that's what you're looking for. Certainly a nice single entry. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hunter. First place goes to lot number 4, consigned by Ryan Jensen. And rounding out the bull show, this will be the final class. This is the January Purebred Bulls. First in the ring is lot number 3, consigned by 3 Buck Cattle. Second bull in the ring is lot number 2, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle. And the third bull in the ring is lot number 1X, consigned by Bar N Cattle Company. These are all January 2023 bulls.
Certainly a great class to round out our Shorthorn Bull show with. Personally, I thought there was one that sorted up fairly handily in the Red Bull that's coming around here on the end. One that we really like in terms of how rugged he is in his design, how masculine he is in terms of the shape of his head and over the top side of his neck, while coming with so much substance in terms of foot and bone and still offering so much spread over the top side of his rib cage and working back into a powerful hip. An excellent entry right there. From there, you had two of them that kind of were different in terms of their type and kind, but personally we decided to go with one that a little bit smoother made, more flexible in terms of his build, and offered a little bit more of an upgrade in terms of look. Certainly needs to be powered up, but still very good in terms of his basic build and functionality. From there, another bull that comes out with a shot more power. He's certainly more dimensional over the top side of his rib cage and out into his upper hip. Certainly comes with more substance of foot and bone, but just needs to be more relaxed in the angle of his shoulder and balanced up in his look from the side. Congratulations.
Thank you, Logan. First place in the January Bull class. This first place goes to lot number 2, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Second place to lot 3, consigned by 3 Buck Cattle Company. And third place bull goes to lot 1X, consigned by Bar N Cattle Company. This time we'll bring back the 2 previous class winners for selection of overall champion and reserve Shorthorn bull. First bull in is lot number 8, March 22nd of 23, calf sired or consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Second bull in the ring, the all-white bull, winning class 12. He's lot number 4, February 14th, 2023. Bull that is consigned by Ryan Jensen. And rounding out the drive will be the winner of the January bull class. That is lot number 2, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Just a reminder that the champion Shorthorn bull will be in competition with the other breed champions for Supreme Row. The Supreme Row Award is there is $9,000 in total purse available for that. The eventual Supreme Champion Bull over all breeds, there's a $2,000 cash prize both to the buyer and consigner. The overall Supreme Champion Female, there's a $1,500 cash prize available to the buyer and consigner each. And the Reserve Champion and Reserve Champion Bull and Reserve Champion Female on Supreme Row, the buyer and consigner of those respective animals each receive $500 cash prize. And those cash awards are sponsored by the following: American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement and Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Interstate Bank, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Kibble Equipment, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Veterinary Service, Plains Commerce Bank, Relia Bank, Titan Machinery, Touchtone Energy Cooperatives, and the Tri-State Livestock News and Farmer Rancher Exchange. Let's give all those organizations a round of applause for their support of the Supreme Row here at the Watertown Farm Show.
I think another good drive here in the Shorthorn Bulls, and obviously through just 3 individuals or 3 classes, but I still thought the quality was good. And I still think, with that being said, there was probably one that just hit the ring that hit us the highest quality, an awfully good individual that puts a lot of good things together. The bull out of the last class will be your champion. We'll go ahead and follow up with the bull out of the first class for reserve. Congratulations to those guys.
And your grand champion Shorthorn bull at the 2024 Watertown Farm Show goes to lot number 2, FC Maker's Mark 3006, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Faxon Creek also exhibited the reserve champion bull with lot number 8. He's FC True Commodity 3081. So congratulations to Faxon Creek. We have one more class here that'll begin momentarily, and that will wrap up the Shorthorn show, and that'll be a class of steers. There'll be 5 head in that group. We'll have one steer class to round out the day. Just one final reminder, all of the sales this afternoon will be right here in the show and sale ring. The Charolais sale is the first one of the day, and it will start at 12:30. As soon as that is over with, immediately following, they will move right into the Maine-Anjou sale, and that will be immediately followed by the Shorthorn sale. So there won't be any break in between. So have your bid numbers ready well in advance. And once the sales start today, they will just roll right through until they're completely done. All right, class of steers here. On the far end there, that is lot number 37. He's consigned by KG Livestock. Next in is lot number 36. Lot 36 is consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. Third in the ring is lot number 35, consigned by Oxbow Wildwood Farm. The fourth steer in the ring is lot number 34X, consigned by Bar Lazy R and KG Livestock. And the fifth calf closest to the auction block is lot number 33, consigned by KG Livestock. While the guys are sorting this last class of the Shorthorn show here today, want to give them one last recognition. It's been a pleasure to have Logan Schlimm as well as Hunter Miller serve as our judges here this morning. Both of them South Dakota guys. Logan originally from Carthage, South Dakota, and Hunter Miller from Esteline, South Dakota, the previous members of the South Dakota State Livestock Judging Team in 2022 and 23 years. And they've done a nice job sorting through the cattle today, and I've appreciated their comments. And let's give those guys one more hand as we wrap up the shows here this morning.
Well, as we wrap up here, again, want to thank the crew for having us up here and inviting us. It's been a pleasure. I think let's put our hands together first off for these set of steers. I think an awfully nice set. I think obviously some size differences that can fit various endpoints and kind of let you decide which where you need to go, what ones you like. But I still think there's probably one that just hit us awfully high quality when he hit the gate. The one up front that'll start, just in terms of being big-legged and flexible, one that gives an awesome look from the side. I love that one just in terms of his neck set and look up front, awfully extended and paints a nice picture from the side. It still comes with the right kind of width from behind, just an awful logical place to start. I think the next one that comes in second is one you like just in terms of his foot size and bone. Certainly a level spine steer is square made. I still like the turn to his body shape and the depth to his rib cage. Maybe just doesn't come with that same wow factor from the side, but still an awfully complete steer that can compete at various levels. The one that comes here in third, one that's certainly neat in terms of his look up front. I like him to the top side of his skeleton. Still reads flexible at the surface. Maybe just doesn't come quite as opened up in terms of his forerib and upper hip as the two ahead of him, but another nice one to go third. The one here in fourth, another one you like just in terms of his length. I think that one's good in terms of his body type and depth. Reads as a steer that'll feed easy. Again, maybe just doesn't come with the same kind of spread and width or look up front. And then we round out the class here with the big outline, high-performing steer. Maybe one that can fit an earlier endpoint. One that you like just in terms of his extra growth. Probably doesn't come just as neat in terms of his look or explosive in terms of his shape, but another nice set. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Hunter. Rounding out the day here on the class of steers. First place goes to lot number 36. He's consigned by Lance Kelsey and Micaiah Becking. Second place to lot number 33, consigned by KG Livestock. Third place to lot number 37. He is consigned by KG Livestock. Fourth place to lot number 34X, consigned by Barlazy R and KG Livestock. And fifth place goes to lot number 35, consigned by Oxbow Wildwood Farm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes all the shows here this morning. Again, welcome everybody back to the sales this afternoon. The Charolais sale is first on the schedule at 12:30 sharp. Have your bidding number ahead of that. The Charolais sale begins at 12:30, and it's a rolling schedule after that. As soon as the Charolais are done, we will start with the Maine-Anjou sale, and with the completion of the Maines, we will roll immediately into the Shorthorn sale. Shorthorns have their silent auction open over there in the northwest corner of the building. It'll be open until the tail end of the Shorthorn sale, so certainly check that out and leave some bids over there to help out the South Dakota Junior Shorthorn kids. Thank you for now, and we'll hope to see everybody right back here for the sales this afternoon.